welcome back to the series that we're tentatively calling Animaybe, where we take ideas from a hat and make a thing out of it that's probably anime adjacent. DJ is really proud of that intro we made, the music. We got Ray here again because this show gets recorded in batches. There's no point in hiding it.
Hi, I'm Ray, and
Hi, Ray.
I record in batches.
It's easier to render. Ray gets to draw from the genre hat this time. So how to explain this? We're going to draw 2 genre cards, and we're going to use at least one of the 2 that was drawn. Using 2 is allowed, but not required.
Number 1 is a straight-up comedy.
Well, I sure hope the next one is super not adjacent.
Is mecha realistic.
Ooh, so we're looking at I guess a Gundam style mecha.
Oh, like a Gundam wing.
Like realistic robots.
No, a Gundam style mecha.
I know, but like it's super serious.
But no, I think what it means is like not a Gurren Lagann style robot.
Oh, but it's a straight up comedy.
A Gundam.
Oh, yeah. We don't have.
Gundam style.
Not a Gangnam style.
Whatever.
Ray,
so
you
we've got
fucking idiot.
So we have the option of using robots that obey the laws of physics and a plot that doesn't. I'm thinking Caddyshack meets Metal Gear.
So Full Metal Panic Fumofu.
No, Fumofu is the super robot version. There's 2
Look,
kinds
no,
of...
Fumofu is the silly one, though.
So are we going with
but the robot...
mecha realistic, straight up comedy, or a combination of the 2?
So, or is it that CGI Gundam one where like the Gundams were like little kids?
It's not SD Gundam. That's super robots.
Oh, okay.
Because the robots have their own.
The
brains.
fuck are super robots?
It's robots that don't obey natural laws of science. Oh yeah. I'm okay with using both. Do you guys have one of those 2 that you don't want to go with?
I don't know if we should do comedy.
I think that I think that the whole point of this series is to be funny.
Exactly, but like...
But to also... I just think that if we use both, we have more of a direction we have to go in.
Yeah, okay. Fine, we can do both.
Now we're going to pull from the second hat. Trying to avoid dead air. Pulling the first modifier. This is a modifier that's been put in here by Ray.
God.
And I treasure the fact that we got this combo. Thank you for this gift, Ray. Our first modifier is 40K.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
So now it's realistic Space Marines in a comedy setting.
God.
DJ, please, an additional modifier.
Why did it have to be this one?
Oh, no.
Card game element. We have to introduce a CCG for this shit? Oh, fuck.
See, now this is why I made so many that you guys didn't know that this could happen.
That was a good one.
Okay, so, Ray, you pulled the genres. Do you want to start us off?
So, the Emperor of Mankind.
Well, I want to clarify 2 things we didn't do in the first episode, but I think we should. We're going to try to not spoil things that exist.
Okay, but if I talk about, like...
Well, the other thing I want to say was, saying that we pulled a 40K, I think that's the kind of universe we want. I don't think we're setting this specifically in the 40K universe.
I think that's good, because that's copyright infringement.
Yeah, unless, I guess...
We don't know how litigious the 40K people are.
Grimdark.
All right.
Realistic.
Love it.
Grimdark Space.
Grimdark Space. Realistic mecha. That's a comedy.
I have a thought immediately.
Go for it. Trading card game.
That has a card element. Now,
card element.
I haven't factored in the card element to this yet, but what the cards have shown us so far makes me think of The Watchmen, and specifically the comedian in The Watchmen.
Okay.
Like, that's kind of the thing that it all... If you put that math in the Eric math robot, what comes out is the comedian.
I wouldn't consider him like grimdark though.
Well, I just mean the
40K,
like the Watchmen universe, specifically the movie version of the Watchmen universe.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, that's
the only thing people remember from that movie.
I remember a lot.
Not true. Remember that time he shot a pregnant woman right in the baby? And Dr. Manhattan did nothing. Again, we're gonna try to not spoil stuff, but that's the kind of tone that sets in my mind. I don't know how you guys feel.
Wait, say that again?
Just like the movie version of The Watchmen,
Okay.
and specifically the character of the comedian, the combination of grimdark 40K style universe of realistic robots, but
And he's got
also-
a deck of cards on his hip.
well, like I said,
It's not the comedian.
I haven't-
It's
I know,
I
but
haven't-
this nameless hero.
I haven't factored in how to make the cards work. But other than that,
It's
that's
just Yu-Gi-Oh.
humor and
It
grimdark.
really is just Yu-Gi-Oh.
I guess, but humor and grimdark really it smacks of the comedian to me.
Wait, okay, so it was humor or comedy, and what was the other one?
It's
Oh.
comedy and realistic robots.
Oh my god, how the fuck do we get robots in this?
I mean, if it's 40K, quite easily.
Ooh, all the cards. The card game is based around robots.
It's Into the Breach, the game, the anime.
God,
that basically is that, isn't it?
it's
And
just
that's-
not cards, but yeah,
It does almost have cards with how the weapon systems
yeah,
work.
and how you upgrade stuff.
Have you guys played Into the Breach?
I watched you play, and I have played it like for 5
I
minutes.
know how Into the Breach works.
Well, I was gonna say let's try to avoid being that to a T, but I think that's kind of what we're looking at.
Oh wait, because we got 40K, we are doing not so much CCG, but like you have like an actual board. It's like you're like actually laying down robot cards in like strategic positions on a
Well,
map, maybe.
So this is not in the 40K.
I suppose
universe,
that's a
though.
good
No.
point. Ray, you
Yeah.
made the 40K card. Is that the tone, or is that literally 40K? Like we're doing.
I think
2Ds?
it's up to our interpretation.
He's doing 40K. Like he's legitimately doing 40K. Even Into the Breach, it is set up like tabletop.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What if?
It's a tabletop card game
But I mean,
with fucking robots.
Well, I mean,
there's
card.
already-
It is
things-
real funny.
I mean, 40K, like 40K as
That's
like
the show.
as like
Goodbye,
a
everybody.
figure thing, is kind of card game. So they work
It
together
is.
in that sense.
Yeah.
But
it's more dice. But
the idea of a comedy about realistic robots playing 40K kind of works for me.
yeah, I'm okay with that.
like the robots at like a car plant,
So wait, is this
like
like,
just the arms.
So wait, is this like a post-humanity world?
It doesn't have to be. Someone had to build the robots and the 40K figures. Those were both robots, but the people are still alive. Maybe, right? Thoughts?
Answers.
I think there should be humans, just because it's hard to make.
There's humans
It's-
in the 40K
it's-
universe.
I know.
like-
It's hard to make realistic robots look sexy.
Speak for yourself.
I did.
Darling in the Franks.
That's not a realistic robot. That is a super robot.
Are you kidding me? At the end, it's so super realistic.
Eric, Eric hasn't watched it yet.
I
Still.
know how it ends.
But he knows how it ends.
It's so super real. I hate myself.
I hate you too.
Okay. I really like that show though.
No, it's-
even the bad shit. It doesn't matter. What I'm getting hung up now on is is it the theming of 40K as in like, because when I wrote the card, I did intend on making it like in the 40K universe, but I wasn't thinking about how Games Workshop would react if they ever.
No,
Ever heard.
I think that if we make it like the card game 40K like with robots, because then we're more open to having the comedy aspect be like the main thing, that the main genre was subgenre of realistic robots.
40K
I have
already
a
has
premise.
relatively realistic robots already.
I have a premise. If you'll follow me.
Okay.
What if?
Mark Twain.
No, absolutely not. What if instead of
Daniel Day-Lewis.
instead of tiny figures and a card game element, what if they were full size robots and you played it on a grand stage and we were basically seeing IGPX as an RTS?
So wait, so like it's kind of like in like Yu-Gi-Oh when they have a card, but when they put it on their like little arm thing, it actually comes to life and they can say, "Hey, go forward or dodge."
Yeah, it's kind of like
It's only animated when it's on the board.
in a postmodern science comedy, wars are fought on a glass field in the middle of the ocean, where armies send robot soldiers and fight on the behest of a single human representative, where they play a full scale RTS mini war for the fate of their country's resources.
And the character from the main character is really clumsy.
And there's the premise.
We got
That's
there.
it. I like
We got
that.
there fucking fast this time.
I like that. I like
Clock
that.
it.
Fund it. I like
Just end the episode right there.
like Well, if we all agree that that's a premise, we have to come up with a plot now.
I think that's a premise. I say because we at least have a foot in the door to comedy. We haven't fully opened it, but we're at least on our way.
You know what comedy trope I always really liked?
What
is it in the hat yet?
What?
Did you put it in the hat?
I didn't.
Okay, well then tell me.
I really didn't, but it literally just came up because he said clumsy. I like that trope in comedy where it's like,
oh no, I fell into sexual assault. Ray, you sex pervert.
no, not that.
No,
yeah, Ray. Why'd you say that with Eric's voice?
What?
Why'd you say that with Eric's mouth?
Oh, I know. No. You know, like that. I don't know if it's a trope or if it hasn't been done enough, but I remember it happening multiple times in like shows we grew up with, where like there was
Kenchi Muyo.
no, like
don't interrupt him. Let him finish.
I'm sorry.
There's like the star student or whatnot, and then the clumsy student, but their tests get switched or something like that trope kind of deal. So they're at the academy, and the star
idiot
has full complete representation of this particular nation and all its resources because somebody misfiled a test.
Right? I have great news for you. I have great news for you. Independent of you guys coming here, I have made that card already.
Did you really?
There is absolutely a card in here titled "Due to a Claire." And that's a plus one.
I didn't know if that was an actual like trope or not. But...
No, that's definitely a trope, and I love it. So so the stars, like the star student and the bumbling idiot, they both forget to write their names on their tests. And then when the teacher hands them back, they hand them back in the wrong order.
Wait, is this like an Ender's Game situation where they're sending children to decide the fate of countries on the glass?
I think it works better that way if they're like teenagers.
No, well,
because or young adults. Adults.
Yeah, they have to be young adults.
Which kind of perverts are we pandering?
You're selling a card game,
so they gotta be cool.
They gotta be hip with it, you know.
My biggest problem with these
ideas, you gotta comb over.
Real hip with it.
My biggest problem with this
really long bangs.
The first episode we recorded today, it sounded like it could be a Red Line style movie.
This one sounds more like Red Line. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, this one I absolutely believe could be like you could actually pitch an idea adjacent to this, not this one specifically necessarily. How about we come up with some plot for this show? So
there's your premise.
So a clumsy boy accidentally.
No, why are there kids?
Well,
why
no,
are there
because
young
they're at the
kids?
academy. So
Yeah,
after they finish their normal schooling, they go to the academy.
Well, we could do the first episode as like an in media res of one of these battles about to happen or in progress, where we show our grimdark protagonist. I'm doing air quotes because clearly he's not going to be the protagonist. Where he is losing in the first battle, and then at the very end of when this person has effectively lost a war for the sake of his country, the two representatives of their countries meet and shake hands on the glassed battlefield, and it's a bumbling high school child who the other country they fought against has sent because he's just so plucky and lucky that he manages to scrape through, and he's just won a war this way. And then we find out the actual protagonist is this person who we found out all the super advanced tactics he's been using, or that he seems to have been using to fight the grimdark person. He was just tripping over balls the whole time, and it was accidentally a savant.
He's like, oh, I have so many oranges.
Yeah, that's what a giant boulder just rolls through the space battlefield because it thinks the orange is a boulder. So it just throws a boulder into the fight, and it's like, shit, that worked. I mean, that's the thing we could do to explain why there's a protagonist child. And
so
then
we have a protagonist switch, like or a misdirect.
Well,
so like,
right.
It starts off seeming like we're gonna like have grimdark, I am blah 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 blah, and like I'm the head of my class at blah blah academy.
This part 3 Joseph Joestar looking motherfucker.
Exactly.
And then it turns out, just kidding, it's Koichi.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
It's actually Mob.
Every other person being just super serious.
Well, their lives are at stake, like livelihoods.
No, I mean like more serious than serious, like on the scale of something that's like 40K-esque. You know what I mean?
The Primarchs demand.
Right. The ecclesiarchy demand 10,000 souls a day to keep a corpse alive.
and we're following the nation. It's gonna
It's
be
like 10 million souls a day,
We're
not
bleeping
10,000.
all
I'm
these
sorry.
it's gonna be Japan that sent the child, but
Oh, of course.
I mean,
or is it
every
like,
other country sent an adult.
Oh yeah, it has to be. Yeah.
But the first time he has a real.
Know it. The kid, their sleeves are too long for their arms, so they look really silly.
And he trips.
And he
because
trips
of
when
the
he's walking up
sleeves?
to the stand
He
for the
trips over his
battle.
sleeve?
He trips over his sleeves.
Well, he
and
had-
that's what allows him to win the first
Well,
fight.
he would have to bend down to pick something up first, to even step on the sleeve.
Yeah, the oranges.
We've actually. So I think that the point when you find out as a child, that's got to be like the 8-minute mark, right? Like you can't do the whole episode of misdirect.
No.
So then we cut
And
back.
he,
It's gotta be
and he carries
serious.
around a soapbox because
Right.
he can't get to the controls.
So now we've seen everything that happened from the perspective of the other country that can only see him accidentally being a genius. But for the rest of the episode, we're introduced to the Japanese side, where everyone has seen this guy Bumble King his way through this war, and they're all like, "You're a fucking piece of shit." They're kicking him, throwing dirt in his face, like, "You got lucky, and our country survived because of it, but fuck you." And then he gets sent back to school because obviously he's a high school kid. So outside of saving the world, he's still got to study English, and he's got. So that's how you get the other teen kids. They're all actually like they're at the war academy because it's nepotism, and they're all like, "I don't understand how you get sent to war when all the time us who study and get good grades in war science, we just have to sit there as your second in this duel of fates." So there's going to be like the snooty Twin Tails
I
girl.
say, is this just a funnier
like
Code
that.
Geass?
This isn't Code Geass. I mean, it's kind of Code Geass.
Exactly.
Like,
Are you kidding me? I didn't even watch it yet.
no, it's
not-
in that it's war, but all the terrorists are teenagers that are.
Exactly.
Oh,
not-
that I expected.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
It's so bad.
It's anime. What else would you
Nah,
expect?
man. If you want a show that has high highs and low lows and possibly psychic powers, Code Geass.
All right.
Are you guys liking the idea of the
I
war
like
college?
it.
The
Yeah,
war
yeah.
college.
But no, I love the Academy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
What do you call it?
Question:
Answer.
Is the Academy where all of the nation? It's like the UN, where like all the nations send all of their minds to be trained.
No,
No.
it's got to be like the Tokyo Academy for Science and War.
Yeah, because they
Okay.
have to develop new cards and
Would
new
it be Tokyo
modifying
or
cards.
would it be like the
And
Hokkaido?
we got a new pack for you, and like there's like this crazy kooky R&D guy that's kind of like you, but not really. And
Doesn't have a face.
no,
It'll be much easier to do the art that
What
way.
is the question?
But yeah, no, like I said, you could throw a bunch of like real tropey characters alongside him to be the frenemies and teammates and possible love interests.
And if we get licensing from Games Workshop, we could really place it in the 40K.
I say
if
just-
we get licensing
I
from
say
Games
ju-
Workshop,
just-
they're selling it a lot cheaper now. Actually,
I say
I wonder what.
just fuck. Just fuck all the robot stuff. We'll just throw in Space Marines and orcs.
Yeah, but they would need the glass field of war. They would just send the Marines.
yeah, I was gonna say like Space Marine itself. I don't think is
I think
copyright by them.
the problem is that I don't think that we've said anything that's grimdark enough. I mean, obviously, if you just say grimdark, you can.
We don't have to make it grimdark.
Yeah, well,
It says
no,
40K, so it does have to be
40
grimdark.
the
These
40K
kids-
could be like we could take it however we want. It
No,
doesn't have.
no.
I think we need to implement the card
Serious
battle into
as-
the 40K.
Ray made the card. I
Well,
think.
he said the fate of the world is like the fate of world, like global
Right, but
politics is at stake.
But here's the thing: is not only is the fate of the world at stake, but it's only the 1% of the 1% that go to this academy that care.
Yeah,
Like I said, his father and his father's father have fought in the glass wars, which I don't know why we're calling them glass, just because
You're obsessed with this glass
no.
board.
I just have this in my head. I just have this image of like a
crystal
like an
quartz.
island in the middle of the ocean that's got like solar panel ground and it's self-sufficient, and that's where they do their fucking wars because everyone's ridiculously stupid. Like, you have this technology and you're still fighting over resources.
They have this crystal quartz thing on when they put the Celtic Guardian down in attack position, he appears in front of them.
No, it actually drops a robot in. Like, there's a physical.
Yeah, it Titan falls in.
Yeah, it tight
There you
falls
go,
in. There's
Ray. Now,
there's
do
an
we got your
actual
attention
robot.
back?
Well, there has to be an actual robot.
All right.
Or it could be using thermal vents. It could be drawing thermal vents from the ocean floor. I don't care. These are
Man,
details.
No, it's so grimdark that they're not even fighting in the ocean. They're fighting in the ocean because the ocean is dried up.
Oh, they're
There's
fighting
no-
in a
Oh,
giant-
it's like
the
Mad
pit-
Max
and
where
the
there's no
pit is-
water.
The pit is over the Marianas Trench.
Oh, that'd be cool because there'd be
And
all kinds of whale bones
If
everywhere
the
and
place-
shit.
If the person loses, they
They're
get dropped
thrown
into
into
the
the
trench.
Oh shit! So literally, they're battling for their country and their lives.
And they're gonna all lose. To this
Shit, I really
bumbling idiot
kind of like this
with
one.
oranges.
But
Ray, for the oranges was a stupid joke. Drop it.
And guess
I'm
what?
okay with
Now this has
I'm
become
okay
a
with the oranges.
Okay, is this in the
plot
very
point.
first episode
Like-
when we're introduced to them?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Because they're
It's
just
what
like,
turns
I'm
around-
just eating oranges during this battle, and
It
then
turns
oops,
around,
I
it's what
dropped
turns
one.
around the first one
Well,
because like
our
on
orange-
the flight to the he didn't know how far it was from Japan to the Marianas Trench, so he got hungry. Right, he got hungry.
And it's brain food.
Luckily, he found oranges on the plane ride there, so he's eating it while he's like, "I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I gotta eat while we do this."
Yeah.
And the guy's like, we'll say he's from another country.
What's a country everybody hates? America. No.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hold on, let me go get Hat 4, which just has the names of countries in it.
Really?
No.
Okay.
I didn't want to make that many cards. It's a pain in the ass to cut those out.
And the orange thing happens there.
I
And they are like, he's a genius, and he's an idiot.
I honestly think we've got it at this
I
point.
would watch
Yeah,
the shit out of this
I'd
show.
watch this too. This sounds like a lot of fun.
Are we thinking 12 episodes?
No.
20.
I'm
it'd
gonna
be
go
a
full
26.
500 with this.
Absolutely not.
No,
Maybe
we get 2 seasons, a double season out of it.
24, you think?
Yeah,
I think it would work as a movie.
even as a movie.
Or, like, I don't know.
I need no.
Oh,
it,
yeah,
no, it needs to be. It needs
it's
to
probably
be
a 24.
Season. It needs to be.
Yeah.
A season.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, you could have this
Oh, you can
be-
extend it out.
You could
yeah.
have this be an intimate single experience and it would still work.
Have 3.
Oh,
So,
We're
one
gonna-
thing we didn't introduce last time is Eric also made a third hat for us to draw out of, even though right now it's just a sandwich baggie. It has the,
there's a hole in the third hat. I didn't want to pour
Yeah.
him into it.
it tells us how long we need to make the title of our show, which makes this hat a little more dangerous.
Like I said in the first episode, I think we said it on mic. I wasn't sure if we wanted to use this hat right away.
All right.
Well,
There's a
let's
lot of dark power in this hat. DJ has pulled a card from hat 3.
4+ words.
Okay, so the name has to be at least 4 words. Ray, do you have any contributions to this?
How did we get here?
What have we done?
That's not grimdark enough.
uh,
So they're getting thrown into the Mariana Trench. So we should absolutely have Trench War in the name of it.
Legend of the Trench War.
Like character name, no Trench War hero.
What's our idiot's name?
His name should be a pun on orange. If we're gonna make orange as a thing, his name should be a pun on.
his name should
on,
simply be.
his name is Screech.
His
No,
name
it-
is Juice.
Nah, man.
O.J.
O.J.
Simpson.
Simpson. Yeah, like we immediately both went to O.J. That's
I don't know.
I mean, his name could just be Mikan, which is orange.
That's
Well, that should be part of his last name.
like Squeeze.
So he has a normal first name, but then his last name is orange.
Well, like it should be like one of those like Eric is about to look like a huge loser. It's like in Rosario Vampire, how every character has a color in their naming scheme.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, Skune has
Yeah.
like brown in it and all that shit. It's not brown.
No.
I don't remember which color it was. Anyway, they have colors in their names. I think doing something like that because if we're gonna keep talking about oranges and he's gonna bubble kick around with them, you should have orange in his name. Like maybe his family
I
has
don't
an
think
orange
he always
farm or
eats
something.
oranges. I don't think oranges appear in every
No,
episode.
but
God.
that
If
I
it's-
made a stupid joke
if
and
his-
it ended up
but
being
he's- but
a
here's
character
the thing.
element.
If you're no, but like
If the character's
Well,
running
like,
gags, he likes
the
oranges.
but
then
here's the thing: is that mistake becomes his defining characteristic, and he doesn't know how to escape it.
So-
So it's always provided for him.
So wait, then
I
maybe his code name is just OJ.
I can't let you do that because I'm gonna explain why. Because in Code Geass, there
I'm
is
gonna
a
let you
character.
finish.
There is a
It's okay.
there is a character who gets called orange as an insult, and it runs through the whole show.
Okay,
I'm just saying, we're talking
wait, what?
in Code Geass.
Oh, Code Geass. For some reason, I thought you said Code Lyoko. I'm like, Eric, no one watched Code Lyoko.
There's a guy they keep calling him Orange Boy, and he's just like, what does that even mean? And it catches on, and people are like, well, we can't trust him because of the orange incident. No one knows what it is, but everyone knows that he did something that led to something called the orange incident.
Okay, well, you're the ones that are fucking obsessed with calling him Orange.
I'm just saying, like, making his nickname
That's
Orange is very close to
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Why can't we just make his code name for, like, what they all have wartime nicknames, so that way that when they go back home, they can't just, like, hunt down their family and attack their family for being, or, like, hold their families hostage for being such good, strategists.
I like what he just brought up there as a plot element that we could use.
Yeah, and he reveals his name in the first episode.
Yeah. We're still on names. So we got 4+ words. Do we want to use trench warfare in it, or just trench?
I think we do trench. That was the least productive comment.
No, it's fine. It's helpful because, like, not using the word warfare is fine.
Yeah. Use trench. Cool, DJ. Thanks.
We got robots involved, so should we say something like,
What are the robots called? Risers.
Riser is such a super robot name. It's gotta be
Eric. Not everything has to be super robots.
Well,
it's got to be
this
Grimdark-esque.
specifically can't be.
Like Constructs
So
or
it,
something
well,
like
no,
that.
it's
But
like an.
Constructs is generic enough.
I know, but like
Can
that's
what-
Grimdark, isn't
well,
it? It's like,
can-
it's Construct.
Can I make a quick distinction between super robots and realistic robots in terms DJ will understand?
Okay.
Okay, Zone of the Enders.
Okay.
The standard robots are realistic. Jehuti is a super robot.
Okay.
Soulless trench warfare, or how I quit worrying and learned to love the orange.
So you're saying you want to name the main character Slim Pickens Orange San?
Yes.
Sorry, Orange Coon.
Yeah,
we're done.
Coon.
We got it. That's it. Swish.
I kind of wanted to give the robots like a dumb name, like Iron Boys or something.
I love Iron Boys.
Like not specifically Iron Boys, but like
Iron
you know how they
Coons.
call a train an Iron Rooster?
Yeah.
Like if you gave them a name like Iron, and then
An
what
iron
kind
cock.
of what kind of animal they look like? Because like if you look at like Mech Warrior, right? Like the robots all have names like Atlas and Mad Cat. Like you could have different robots that were called different things, but the term for all the robots should be Iron Boys.
I'm okay.
Ray, thoughts?
Well, because we were already talking about 40K.
Steel Dads.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, the Steel Daddies. No, that's what the main character calls them.
Or they could just be steels.
They're called trench fighters.
That's that Double Fine game.
Yeah. Oh.
Iron Brigade.
Title.
Trench Warfare.
I just gave you the title.
What was it again?
Don't know.
Exactly.
It's Soulless Trench Warfare, or How I Quit Worrying and Learned to Love the Orange.
I'm telling you.
It is 4+ words.
At least 4. You don't have to. You could stop at 4.
No, I think Ray ran with it. I think he's happy with what he said.
Joe versus the volcano, but instead it's Orange versus the trench.
Orange versus the world.
That's pretty Scott Pilgrim, but
Oh, shit.
Pit fighters, but with fruit. No.
if he ate peaches instead.
There we go. We just changed it.
Well, do they even grow oranges in Japan? I don't know. So,
I think
does that
they
mean
do
he gets to
in
have a Southern
Okinawa.
Japanese
I
accent?
don't know. What?
Does that mean he gets to have a Southern Japanese accent?
God. I wish. I say the Southern Japanese accent is great.
So,
But
we're using trench. Do we want to use the character's name? Do we want to just pick a normal name for him, like a first name? Like Hoshi?
I'm okay with that.
His name means star.
Yeah.
he's a star orange.
Hoshimika.
That's a good last name.
Yeah.
Isn't it Beetlejuice? Isn't it the orange star?
Yeah.
Does Beetlejuice ever appear over the Marianas Trench?
It can in this world. Is it? Did we get?
I was gonna say I don't think that matters.
Oh, because we could call it Beetlejuice over the trench.
There we go.
And then his name can be Beetlejuice because
That's his code name.
He comes in over the battlefield like an orange star and drops his opponents into the darkness of space,
Or that's
aka the trench.
I say, or that's his code name.
Shit.
And he's got a shock of orange hair.
Oh, he's got to be mixed race so he can have orange hair.
Or he's just like fucking Ichigo.
Yeah,
He
mixed
just
race.
has orange hair.
Yeah, mixed race.
Was he a mixed race?
He has orange hair. What do you think? No, he's from that group of people in anime who have dark skin and white hair. You know, those people.
Ishvalens. Just saying.
You really know which version you watch when you say Ishvalin instead of Ishbalin. I think we did it. I think we may have did it once.
Beetlejuice of the Trench.
Beetlejuice of the Trench or Beetlejuice over the trench.
I like it.
Ray, do you have strong opinions either way?
I agree.
Are you saying that because you want to end this?
No.
Okay.
I was saying that because I just had to make sure that Beetlejuice was orange on my phone. I thought it was red. It's reddish orange. But
Well, there isn't like a orange star.
I understand.
It's close enough.
Yep.
All right, guys. We've done it again. We made a show.
We fucking did it.
I'm much happier with this one, I think.
Oh yeah, this is much better than our fucking first episode. That show sucked.
No, I don't think it sucked. I think this one is just a much more cohesive thought.
Yeah, this one actually like came out as like it came together.
Go figure. We had stronger opinions on robots than history.
That'll always ring true.
I was thinking about it when I put the history one in there that it was like, I don't know that much about history specifically. I know like little tidbits of knowledge, but I don't know a single chunk well enough.
I mean, we could have just done it Tanya of the Evil.
Stuff like that can come up in there.
Okay.
When we stop recording, I'll let you know one or two of the funny ones that are in there.
Okay. Well, everyone, it's been fun. No, I think this time we would all agree that it's been a real fun.
All right, guys, that's it. We finished another episode. We did it again. We made another show. Welcome to our anime studio. We call it
Animaybe.
Animaybe. Tip your waitresses. And don't use your to it. Good night.
Wow.
That was.